Hello, folks. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Looks like I got the wrong background up, so I'm gonna do what I do, and I'm gonna go ahead and change the background in front of y'all. Why? Because I can. So let's go right in here, and we're going to go into my settings. I'm gonna go into my camera. That ain't what I want. I want to go into my green screen, and we're gonna put up my Wisdom Wednesday. We're gonna just do it moving like we normally do. Thank you guys for coming through. I just changed up to my Wisdom Wednesday show. I know that um, today is a special day. Right now, we're in the middle of the California Association of Real Estate Brokers Conference. As many of you guys know, I have served as the president of the California Association of Real Estate Brokers. And in fact, there's a lot going on today, a lot of confirmations that I've been getting. And I'm looking at more like that, just getting a confirmation that we're on the right track and we're doing the right thing. Sometimes it's God will show you things in indirect ways to show you that you are where He would have you to be. And there's a few things I want to talk to you about today on my Wisdom Wednesday that are too significant to not pay attention to. So I'm just going to wait for a few people to come in today. And then I want to share something with you guys because I think it's going to be very profound moving forward with all that we're going through right now. I think that it's going to be a very profound word. I see a couple people in the room with me right now. And I would that you guys can see I put up the wrong background, but we just do it moving. I want to share something with you because I've been getting quite a few confirmations today or the last few days. You guys know that on last Friday, I was in a motorcycle accident and I was hurt. I hurt my leg, although praise be to God, I'm still sitting here with you guys today. That was a very touch and go situation, only by inches. Did I not get hurt worse than what I was? So I'm thanking God for that today. But I do have a word out of that I want to share with you guys. I think it's going to be a blessing to you. Like it blessed me. I just read it, to be honest with you guys. I'm not going to kid you. I just read it, but I saw this come, something that's been going on for the last few days. And that is, it seems that everything that we're working on, I'm getting confirmations on. Give you one example is that, remember, I think I've told you guys that about maybe a couple of months ago, we hired a coach. A coach I prayed about it long and hard before I hired them, and I did hire them ultimately, and it ain't cheap to do. But what they're providing is beyond what is the cost is irrelevant, for what they provide you in this coaching program that I'm in. But one of the things that happened today is that I noticed that the coaching company that I've gone through. They're no, I wouldn't say they're any better than anybody else, but it's called, and I'm just going to tell you what it's called. I'm hoping I can remember. I always forget the name of it, but the name of the coach is Michael Hellickson, and Michael Hellickson is the founder of the what do they call it? I always trip on the name. But anyway, Michael Hellickson is the owner of the company, and the name what's the name of the school? I'm tripping. The name of the school is called um, University something University. You guys, can you think of it? I don't know. I'm in the class, but I have these moments of forgetfulness, so I'm kind of not thinking real clearly right now. But we do have a school. It's called the what is it called, y'all? Somebody is on here. My staff is in the room with me. Maybe can remind me of what it's called. When the camera comes on, it seems like I get you know, damn it, what is the name of the school? I hate when I do that when I'm on live and I can't remember something that should be so easy for me to remember, and I can't remember it right off the bats. Wow. But anyway, what's going on is I hired this coach, and they have an online system that is I've never seen. It's like a Zoom platform where they put rooms together, and then you can go in, and then they're hosting the California conference, or California Real Estate Broker Conference, and I counted about 90 people in the room this morning, and with that. They have breakout sessions where you can go to a different room for different classes with different people on different subjects. And what really struck me about the platform is that it's called Wealth University. Wealth University is that? I think that's it. Let me type it in for a second. Wealth. That's not it. It's not wealth. It's not wealth, you guys. I'm sorry. I'm gonna think of it in a minute. I'm gonna keep going until I do think of it. Melody posted, likes your post. Okay. Anyway, I'm just going to keep going until I can remember the name. We have a couple people in the room with me now. But anyway, we were in the seminar, and the cool part about it is that where they're holding the classes at is exactly where I'm being coached on the same platform. So it was one of those eerie things that, okay, we're in the right place. And then it came up that I was on the same Wealth University. What is it called, you guys? Something Wealth University. And I'm tripping right now because I can't think of the name of the doggone school. It's not Wealth. It's Wealth Builder University. I forget the name. Doggone it. Please forgive me. Blame it on my head, not my heart. Can't remember the name of it right now, but it is a coaching program, and we're on that platform as a organization right now. We've got about 100, maybe 100 people on the platform, and underneath that platform, I'm already in their coaching program. So that was one thing that God was saying. It was a great decision that you made to hire these people as your coaches. Well, then as we go into the conference, some of the things that they're talking about, they've been validating things that I've been thinking all along. And this is my Wisdom Wednesday show. This show is normally about what's going on with me right now. I'm in Wisdom Wednesday today. It's just me talking about, am I on, you guys? Why does this not look right? Can you guys hear me, Bella? Bella, can you hear me? It just don't look. I mean, everything feels. It doesn't. I guess it's coming up now. They're here. I can see people in the room with me now. Something was going on with our system, but I wanted to share with you guys a word that I just got. I don't think something just happened as Bella and them came into the room. It looks like he got more people. But what I was sharing with you guys is that being in the right place at the right time. God will reveal to you different things that's going on, and he will put you in the right place at the right time, or he will confirm his word. Regardless what, we have these jackleg preachers or these prophets that come in and give you a word, but there's no validation of the word. So many times what I do is when I'm going about my business, we can hear you. Okay, thanks, Will. He said, when I'm going about my day, I'm looking for signs that God is showing me that I'm on the right path. And one of the things that's happening, I was sharing with you guys just now, is that I hired a coach about 2 or 3 months ago, and that's going incredibly well. First and foremost, let me say that. But the coaching program that I went through, Will, maybe one of you guys can remind me with something Wealth University. I can't remember it for some reason right now. I'm stumped with the name of it. I should know it. I've been on the site all day. But anyway, they're hosting the California Association of Real Estate Broker Conference on their platform today. And when I signed in on yesterday to go, I was like, wait a minute, this is the same platform, but they had put up a new event. So I went into the event, and then I had to go into the help desk to get to. And I'm like, you know what? I know how to work your system. I'm one of your clients, but I'm trying to check into the California Association of Real Estate Broker Conference. The significance of that is I was the past president of the California Association of Real Estate Brokers. Here I am going to their conference, and they're signing up. They've signed up with my coach to use their platform to broadcast the conference. Now, that could be, you could say that's some kind of coincidence, but I don't count it as a coincidence. I count that as God showing me that I'm on the right, I'm on the right, on the right path. Then we get into the conference, and I'm looking for a word to validate what I think is going to happen. I've been sharing with you guys that a bus is getting ready to come. how it's going to come, what's going to happen in the real estate. And I had about 4 different people on a panel this morning come and to almost verbatim say what I've been saying, is that opportunities are getting ready to come up in our community. And if we're ready to take advantage of the opportunities, we're going to win. And those of you that are waiting to hear from another source other than here, you're going to miss it. Because if you listen to what's going on in the news, it's all discouraging. They're not telling you the truth. Now, we know our president doesn't tell the truth, and he also hides the truth from you because we're in an election year. And during election years, they only want positive media to go out. That's why our president was running around with the COVID, and now he's trying to act like he don't have the COVID because he had the COVID probably well before anybody knew he had the COVID, because we haven't heard nor seen anybody become cured of the COVID in less than 7 days. Okay, they've been talking about 14 days quarantines. Our president was in quarantine for what, 5-7 days or something like that. So there's a hidden story underneath there. Okay, now my Wisdom Wednesday today is just about, I want to read something to you because I believe this is what God is speaking to me. Okay, when I read this to you guys, I'm sharing it because I think that when God is talking to us, many times he's not just talking to one of us, he's talking to all of us. And I believe he's talking to me in this particular time. And I want to read this, guys, to you, and I want you to see if you can put it on for yourself. And this is what it says. There is a very strong anointing that can be accessed by those who rise above the cares of the world. It is an anointing to do my will in the spiritual realm. You must quiet your flesh and listen for my instructions and not set out on your own to do a religious thing. This is above and beyond anything you've been called to do thus far. Your journey will be sacred. 1 John 2:27. But the anointing which you have received from him abides in you, and you do not need that anyone teach you, but as the same anointing teaches you concerning all things, and is true and is not a lie, and just and it is taught you, you will abide in him. What does that mean? Trust God more than you trust the world. What he's saying is that you have to there's a special anointing that he's releasing for those who believe in the anointing, for those that believe that he's capable of anointing you to do a thing. He's saying that believe in the anointing, get yourself in a position that you can receive the anointing, because one of the things is the anointing will not come into an unclean temple. It will not reside in some place that is not prepared for it to reside. You can't be out there. Let me give you an example. I don't think you can be out there lying, cheating, and stealing and get the anointing. Okay? It just, those two things just don't go together. When you're about taking care of business and your words are true and you're staying true to what you believe God is leading you to do, then I believe there's a special anointing there. I don't think that you have to do anything you don't have to do, but you have to be a certain person. The reason I say this is because I wrecked my motorcycle. You know, this man hit me on my motorcycle the other day, and I went down to the clubhouse to look at the bike the other day, and one of my club brothers said, man, you know, they really doing money on these bikes right now. You know, all you got to do is do this, and this, man, and get that check. Get that check. You know, they're gonna give you this check because they not coming to see the bike. All you gotta do is put some different parts on the bike, and you do this, that, and the other, and they're gonna. Ain't no way in hell I'm going to do nothing like that, because that's the kind of stuff that messes up your anointing. When you go out there trying to fandangle people, trying to do things outside of the will of God, it messes up the anointing. And the cost that you're going to pay for that little escapade is way more expensive than if you would have just did what God told you to do. You may not know it now, and sometimes we've gone through those situations where we were expecting for God to do something for us, but we know we just messed up. You just know you wasn't supposed to Go over that woman's house. He said, don't go over there because you know you're weak. You don't know what you're going to get over there. You're going to get caught up. And guess what? It's better not to take fire in your bosom because you know you're going to get burned. And we go out and we go tiptoe over there instead of heeding to what God told us to do. Do not go over there, because what you're going to do is you're going to be stripped of my anointing in that environment. And so you got to sometimes remove yourself from certain environments because you know that it's not God's will, and God is not going to give you that special anointing that if you've never been in the anointing or under the anointing of God, then you don't know what I'm talking about. You say this is all fairy tales, but sometimes it's for people that don't understand. And you never will understand unless you've been given spiritual understanding to understand what I'm talking about. And there are gifts, and there is a strong anointing that can be accessed by those who rise above the cares of the world. He's talking about a strong anointing, an anointing that will make way for you, an anointing that will open doors for you, an anointing that will put you where you can't put yourself, an anointing that will show up, an anointing that I can't answer no calls right there. I'm not answering. And see, that's what I'm talking about today. That anointing is what made that car miss me by a couple seconds. Okay, it's the anointing that God wanted to get my attention, and He got it. He got it. If you just go on and keep moving, it's just like, oh no, that's just business as usual. Yeah, you will mess around and you will miss it. You'll mess around and you'll miss what God is doing. But right now, I'm looking at everything. Everything that is going on in my life has a reason. Okay, why is this happening right now? So all I'm saying to you guys is, look, right now is a very special time for us. Right now is a very special time for us. And if we were just to do what God tells us to do, we're going to come out ahead of the game. And what I'm feeling is happening, what I was going to tell you is in the conference I was in, I'm in a conference with 60 or 70 people right now. And something came up the other day and they were validating what I believe God has told me. And what I believe that is that multiple unit buildings in the city of Oakland is getting ready to become a commodity. Okay. And right now we're working with several people that want to buy multiple unit buildings. In fact, my daughter just called me. She's telling me right now that she has a friend with a 780 credit score, 8 years on their job, and they want to buy a multiple unit building. I'm getting that message right now. So it's not no accident that I'm talking about multiple unit buildings right now, because that is what I call the anointing. We're talking about it and God will give you signs. I just got a text message right here in front of my face that says, from my daughter, I just snoozed her. She said, I got someone who wants to buy a house. Then she said, a multi-unit building, a 780 credit score, 8 years on the job. That ain't no accident. That's just coming right now. This morning, if you guys look at my timeline, I was on 36th Avenue here in Oakland. I was showing a multi-unit building over there. It's going to be totally vacant. The numbers work. Everything is intact. The building is off the hook. And I was sharing it with you guys. And I got this message while I was out there. Just share this with the people. Y'all need to get ready to buy these multiple unit buildings. We as a people need to get our stuff together and be ready to go and quit tripping. Now, a lot of you guys want to do it, but guess what? If you get out of the way of it and you let the anointing of God take over, what God got for you can't no man touch. If you do it yourself, yes, there's a possibility you may not make it. But if you relying on God to get you where you want to go, and He's telling you right now, this is for you, the time what Kenny's talking about right now is for you, then what you need to do is send me your name, your phone number, and your email address. And I want you to put in there, God told me to call you. That's what I need. Hashtag God told me to call you. Hashtag God told me to call you. Send me your name, your phone number, your email address with the hashtag God told me to call you. And let's see if the anointing is flowing your way. Okay, because I know there's a whole lot of folks that's up and around here in the buildings and all kind of stuff, and they don't even know how they got in, and I don't know how they got in. All I know is that praise be to God, they in there. I can name young women and people all over the place that over the years I've helped buy multiple unit buildings. And they're very, very wealthy right now in one building. In fact, I can tell you one for right off the bat that is now a millionaire as a result of knowing me, as a result of using the gifts that God has given me. Okay, maybe not somebody else, but for me, yes. Okay, they're in a building right now. There's another sister I'm working with right now. I just sold their condo. They got about 100 racks coming off the building. They want to buy multiple units. I just got them approved. We found a 3-unit building for them. That one I was just showing, that's good as gone. We just gonna believe that whatever needs to happen is gonna happen, because when God is before you, He's more than the world against you. Even in this, and I can't take no credit for it. All we can say is God be the glory. I know that we right where we need to be because God is confirming it with me through these messages, through what's happening right now, through the fact that I was alive today and well enough to be in that conference when the man started talking. A property manager that I have a lot of respect for. His name is Malcolm Bennett. He owns a property management company on Western. It's either Western or Normandy in LA, in like 80th and Normandy. And he was on this today talking about everything that I was talking about, but he was backing it up with legislation. You know, this is what's getting ready to happen because I'm representing these tenants that can't pay, and we need them to come to the government and help them. But they're getting ready to have problems and blase, 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 on and on. And I'm like, wow, why am I even in this room hearing this man talk about this? Because he wants me to help bless you guys with it. Some of y'all out there been thinking about it. You've been thinking about buying multiple unit buildings. How do I buy a multiple unit building? How do I get into a multiple? How much is it going to cost me to get into a multiple unit building? I'm going to tell you right now is the time to check, holler at your boy. Let's see, because if you listening to me, you ain't here by accident. You are not on here by accident. You are the ones that God called to do it. You may not know how you're going to do it. You don't know where the money going to come from. But guess what? It's time to trust God. That's what He just said in His word. He just quit calling me. I will get you when I get you. Wow. That's what I mean. You know, I know she see me on air because she's on air with me. I'm not. I don't have time to talk right now. I'm doing something else. But anyway, what I want to do, and I don't mean to be. I don't mean, but I'm on one right now, y'all. There's a very strong anointing that can be accessed by those who rise above the cares of this world. There's a very strong anointing that can be accessed by those who rise above the cares of the world. What we need to do is rise above the cares of the world. It is an anointing to do my will in the spiritual realm. We've been doing things in our physical realm. He's saying do it in the spiritual. Sometimes spiritual things we have to do, it makes no sense at all. Have you ever been there where God told you to do something that made absolutely no sense? Have you ever got to that block and He told you to go left and you wanted to go right, and so He kept telling you to go left? You said, God, why would I go left? Where I'm trying to go is right. And you go on and make that left turn and you go around the long way. And after you get over there, you find out that there was a big old accident down there on the right hand side, that you would have been there at the right same time, but you believe God. But you just believe God. And you said, you know what? I don't know why I'm going. I don't know why I'm going downtown Oakland when I'm supposed to be going to San Leandro. But God then took me and told me to go to Oakland first and then come back to San Leandro. Have you ever been in that? That's what we're talking about when you assessing the anointing and you doing God's will because you know it's God that told you to go left. I know it don't make no sense in the world for you to go left because where you're going is right just a block to the right. But He said, don't go that way. I want you to go this way. And sometimes we turn around and we go down that way and then you get knocked off your bike. You get your leg all broke up because He told you don't go today. Today, don't go. And then sometimes He uses the things that happen to you to make you understand what's going on. He'll use the bad things of this world to make you understand because it ain't all good. It ain't all that reason. He will tell you, remember I was talking about wax on, wax off. You know when Mr. Miyagi was teaching him how to do, he thought he was rubbing on a fence, wax on, wax off. And then he looked up, wait a minute, I'm doing karate. That's the same thing. Why am I going left? Why am I going left? It's God. It ain't me. I'm not doing what I want to do because I know if it was up to me, I'd have just went on right and I went down and beat everybody to the punch. He said, no, that ain't how you going to win these days. You're not going to win like that these days. You're going to win by following my instructions and doing, no matter how stupid it sounds to you, just do what I tell you to do. And that's where the anointing is going to live, even in me. And I got some things I got to go work on for myself. I'm not going to tell you everything, but there's some areas in my life that I got to set down because God has been dealing with me on these things. And they're somewhat private things, and we're getting down to the core of Kenny. But the deal is that that's where most of the work is done when you really get down to it. Get down to just being obedient. And obedience, when God tells you to do something, you do it. And sometimes we know when it's God telling you. And you know when it's yourself or your flesh. What he's telling you to do is rise above the cares of this world. Rise above Corona. Don't even look at Corona. Corona is a stepping stone. You need to look past Corona. It is anointing to do my will in the spiritual realm. You must quiet your flesh. He's telling you, quit tripping on your flesh. Let your flesh just die. I ain't going to do what my flesh told me to do today. My flesh want me to go do blase. Guess what? Flesh, shut up. You ain't messing up what's getting ready to happen for me. God is pointing me in a direction that I can't afford to do what you told me to do and take the chance again to do what I know God done told me not to do. Oh, that's so good. I'm going to get out of here because, see, I'm messing myself up with myself. And I know some of y'all can't handle the truth, and it's all right, going to go, because what happens for me right here is the My Wisdom Wednesday show is about what's going on with me. And all the stuff I'm talking to you right now is how God is dealing with me. Kenny, sit it down. Let it go. Oh, man. Okay, God, I'm just going to have to figure out a way how to let it go. Don't go today. Man, why you tell me to go? Everybody else is going, and I already got my ticket, and it's already punched. And then you go anyway when God didn't tell you don't go. You got to know God's voice to understand how to win. And we can win in the spirit. You're going to lose in your flesh, or you're going to 50-50 trial or less. But why don't we get in that 100% line? And what I'm saying, those who rise above the cares of the world, it is an anointing to do my will in the spiritual realm. You must quiet your flesh, quiet it down, and listen for my instructions, and not set out on your own to do a religious thing. This is above and beyond anything you have been called to do thus far. Your journey will be sacred. 1 John 2:27, but the anointing which you have received from him abides in you, and you do not need that anyone teach you, but as the same anointing teaches you concerning all things, and it is true, and it is not a lie. And just as it has taught you, you will abide in him. What he's just saying, man, we got to get away from our fleshly stuff. We got to start listening for God, and we got to move out when he tells you to do. You can't do nothing but win when you got God on your team, and he's the master coach. He's the teacher. He's all the things. You can't go wrong. And what he's telling me right now is that we're going to have a wide open opportunity to buy multiple unit buildings. I don't know who you are, where you are. I know that it's got to be true because I just got a text for the same thing. Send us your name, your phone number, and your email address. And I want you to put hashtag God told me to do it. Okay? And let's call me. I want to know if you believe God. I want somebody that believes God to call me and say, you know what? God told me to come get it. And if you really got what it takes, trust me, you may not even have what it takes, but I believe God will give it to you. That's my Wisdom Wednesday for today. Just don't trust in what you think. Sometimes we can't go. Common sense ain't good enough. A lot of us got common sense, but we need to go to that sense, God's sense. Common sense say, the store is right here. I'm going to walk down to the corner and make a right turn and be right there because that's my common sense telling me to do that. But that God sense is going to tell you, don't go to that corner. I want you to go back around this way over yonder. And I want you to go over here on this block and then come back on around and go to the store. He wants to know if you're going to listen to what he's telling you. He wants me to know. He wants, am I going to listen to these words? Do I really believe that this is God, or do I really, huh? That's my Wisdom Wednesday, y'all. Just about what's going on. Let's go into that next level. Let's go to that next level. If God is speaking to you about real estate, then let's go to that next level. He's not going to give you the ability to dream something without also giving you the means to accomplish your dreams. So we need to live in our dreams and dream as big as you possibly can, because God will not give you the ability to dream a thing without also giving you the means to accomplish the dream. And how do you accomplish it? By following him and let him lead you to where he's already showed you to go. And when you let go of the reins and you allow God, then God will. I see you, Tina. You've been blowing me up all day. I got you. I mean, I got things going on right now. And I will get back to you. I got to get out of here and get to Stockton right now. Hopefully, I can talk to you on my way there. We do have some stuff to talk to, Tina. I will get back to you in a minute. Again, I just got it. It's going crazy today. The last couple of days, I'm in a conference right now, which so bear with me. It's not the people. It's just you got. Sometimes you can't do everything I want to do as quickly as I want to do it. I want to get on the line and call you right now, but I got to get off this call and get prepared for to take this lady out to Stockton. So I got you, sis. Just hang in there with me. You know I always call you back. You don't have to keep calling me. I got you. All right. Praise be to God. You guys just keep me safe. Y'all continue to pray for me. Pray for Session Real Estate. Pray that God would open up the windows of heaven and pour out some blessings that we don't have room enough to receive, and that I may be able to hand out these blessings to all of those that are desiring a blessing. I see Tina in the room. I'm praying for you today that God would just open up your understanding and bless you beyond your comprehension. But in order to get that, you got to know who he is. And if you don't know who he is, just ask him. Ask him to show you, because that's what he will do. He will show you who he is. He will show you who he is. We're here. We're going to be here. I got to get back in this conference, because guess what? I'm learning things. I'm being validated. A lot of my stuff is getting validated in this conference. Okay, the Ken, you right there. Don't worry about what it looked like. That's what God told me. Don't worry about it look like. Don't worry about how much money you make. Don't worry about the bills that didn't get paid. Don't worry about what this. Don't worry about you got hit by that car. Don't worry about the fact that you can't walk. Don't worry about none of that. All I want you to do is be ready to go when I tell you to go. I don't care what the world tells you. All the people say, go home and rest. Okay, if I tell you to go home and rest, then you rest. If I tell you to get up and move, then you need to move. And you listen to him and not y'all. So, hey, that's my Wisdom Wednesday day. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope more even than that you put it on and wear it. It's because we have a supernatural opportunity in the Spirit of God to do some big things. Okay, so y'all holler at your boy. We got it all over the thing, how to get a hold of me. Send me some text. Let me know how you think about the word we just gave. Just put a comment down in here, how the word may affect you. If it did, if I'm on point, if God had me where I needed to be. Hey, thank you guys. My staff are in the room. Thank you guys for helping out today. Hey, I got to get ready to go get Phyllis in this house out here, and I should be there. I should have been there by 4 o'clock. Don't think I'm going to make it there, but hey, y'all take care. Peace. Richard speaking. Hey, Richard Kinney session. Call Richard listing over there at 1771 Fontanella. Yeah. You told me yesterday that it was available, but I wanted to kind of run what I wanted to buy you and see if you think it'll work, so we don't have to waste a lot of time. Is that okay? Yeah. All right. What I do want to do is come in full price and ask the seller to pay 3% closing. You think we can make it work?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, he's done that before. Um, I think we can make that happen.
All right, can you get me in this evening between, I say, 5:30 and 6:30?
Today?
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm on my way. I'll be there. I'll send you my PEAD. I'll text it to this number. Is that okay?
that's fine.
I'll text you my PAD to this number. I'm going to pick up my client. I'm going to be heading that way. I'm coming
Sounds
from the
good.
Bay, so just let them know that I'm coming from the Bay. It may be a little later or so, but I'm on my way. If I have a problem, I'll let you know.
Okay.
If I'm
Well,
not
tell him
gonna come,
between
if I'm not
5:30 and
gonna come,
6:30.
I will tell you, huh?
I'll tell him between 5:30 and
Okay,
6:30.
that'll be perfect. And if I don't make it there or whatever, if something goes down, I will call and give you the courtesy that I won't make it, but I'm on my way.
All right, sounds good.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Hey, Susie.
Can you still live?
Oh, I am okay. I'm gonna turn it off. I thought I was off. Thank you.
Okay. Oh, that's it.
I'm on live. I don't even know where I'm at live.